What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Look, man, there are people out there who are just naturally kind, loving, caring, compassionate people. And those are really, really great qualities to have um, because we know that we are in a world where there's a lot of people who are the exact opposite of all those characteristics that I just mentioned. Um, the thing you have to be careful of if you are one of those people who are warm-hearted, caring, considerate, um, you have to be careful not to let yourself get overloaded with the stresses and burdens of other people, like your friends and your loved ones, etc. Um, simply because there are people who are so empathetic and that they almost take on the same weight of a burden and a struggle that the people that they love might be going through. And it's okay to care, it's okay to feel that sympathy and maybe understand and feel that pain, of course. But you also still want to be careful to keep yourself in a mind frame that you can properly help the person and not be falling apart and stressing out with them, or even more so than they are, because that can lead to health problems for yourself, and it can also take you out quicker than the person who originally had the problem. And sometimes it's not just with one friend or family member that you're feeling like this. Sometimes people take on multiple situations like that, and it weigh on you. You think it doesn't weigh on you. You may not perceive that it's weighing on you because you probably always been the strong one. You might have been the strong one in the family. You may have been the one who at an early age was thrusted into a role, or the role of taking care of your younger brothers or sisters, or taking on the responsibility of keeping the household in order because mama or daddy or somebody may be working, or they may not have been around for whatever reason, and that just fell on you, just how it happened through circumstance. That's cool because it did develop a inner strength in you that is beneficial, that you have to have. But if you don't, I talk about this word a lot. I talk about the word balance. If you don't have a proper balance of the stresses and the things, that the responsibilities and the things you got to handle, and taking care of yourself and taking time out to seek happiness and stress-free moments for yourself. Now, this is weighing too heavy. It will overload you, and you will put yourself at risk. Um, Strokes and other different types of health problems that manifest in a physical form. You know, naturally, when you see a child of yours, or parent, or even a friend just going through some things, you're gonna feel some kind of way about it, and you should. But you want to always keep a level-headed mind in order to mathematically assess situations and effectively find a solution to help that person. And as harsh as it might seem what I'm about to say, you can't let that be a 24-hour process. Some people are, well, man, hey, that's my dog, that's my mama, that's my cousin, man. I get that, but you still have to um, decompress in a way that allows you to come back the next day or whenever, to come back and help and be an asset to that person. too many people get sick or too many people get overwhelmed and mentally exhausted and brought down by the problems of others. And in that, you also find yourself neglecting your own problems. That's what we call being selfless, where you actually put your own well-being to the side for the well-being of others. Uh, there's a time and a place to do that, but you have to know the balance. You have to know the line that you're walking when you do that. You will be of no benefit to the person and the people that love you and need you if you let yourself be weighed down so hard that you take yourself out. That's the thing you got to think about. If you care about that person and you really want to be there for them, you have to make sure that you take care of you. Self-preservation. It's kind of like when you're on the airplane and they tell you, hey, it's in case of an emergency, when the oxygen mask drops, they tell you to do what? Exactly. And once you do that, then you can help the person that's sitting next to you. So fortify your own self, get yourself in a position where you're strong. But when you feel yourself starting to get overpowered by the weight, because some people are just like that. There are some of us that can just watch things on the news and it's a tough, terrible situation and it just messes you up. Just messes you up. So you have to sometimes refrain from even looking at certain things simply to protect your positive vibe with yourself, inner positive vibe, just to protect that. You can't overload yourself with too much of that. So I hope that helps somebody, man. Leave your comments below if it's something that I forgot to mention. And subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all again real soon. It's your big brother K-Rino. All right, peace.